In this video, we're going to discuss addition and subtraction of algebraic fractions. So before that, let's have a quick recall on how do we add and subtract fractions. Let's say, for example, I have 2/3 plus 1/2. We know that if we are going to add or subtract fractions, they need to have the same denominators first. So for us to find that denominator, we have to know the least common multiple or the LCM of 3 and 2. So the LCM of 3 and 2 is 6. Our denominator is 6. And we need to also apply, or whatever we multiply with our denominator, that's also the one that we're going to multiply on our numerator. Or basically, we can just do 6 divided by 3, that's 2, times the numerator, you're going to have 4. 6 divided by 2, that's 3, times the numerator 1, that will give you plus 3. So 4 plus 3 over 6, 4 plus 3 is just 7, therefore you have 7 over 6. Now if it is variables, okay, a over b plus x over y, we found our LCM earlier by just multiplying 3 and 2, which we got 6. In this case, we can just multiply the denominators as well. This will give us by. And do the same thing. By divided by b, that's y only, times a, you have ay. By divided by y, that's only b, times x, you will get bx. So that's your final answer now. Another, let's say I have 3 over 4 plus 1/2. The LCM of 4 and 2 here is 4. Then we do the same thing. 4 divided by 4, that's 1, times 3, you get 3 here. 4 divided by 2, that's 2, times 1, you get positive 2. So 3 plus 2 over 4, basically that's 5 over 4. But what if I have this? Okay? So earlier, we have 4 and 2, and we found that the LCM is just 4. Why? Because 4 is technically 2 squared, and this one is 2. If we have the same base, if for us to get the LCM, we just need to get the one with the higher power. Same thing goes here. So you have b squared and b. The LCM is the one with the higher power. So the LCM is b squared. B squared divided by b squared, that's 1, times a, you get a. B squared divided by b, that's b, times c, you have bc. So therefore, if you add a over b squared plus c over b, you will get a plus bc all over b squared. Okay? So when we add or subtract the similar on unlike fractions, we have to find the LCM of the denominators to express the fraction as its equivalent with the common denominator. Just like here, if we have x plus 1 over 3 plus 2x minus 1 over 2, we know that the LCM of the denominators, 3 and 2, is 6. So I have a 1 whole all over 6 here. Then let's just apply the same thing. 6 divided by 3, that's 2, times the numerator. So you have 2 times x plus 1, or the sum of x and 1. 6 divided by 2, that's 3, times the numerator. So you have 3 multiplied to the difference between 2x and 1. And then if we have that, we can still simplify this by expanding. You will get 2 times x and 2 times 1, you will have 2x plus 2. 3 times 2x and 3 times negative 1, that's 6x minus 3. Again, 2 times x, 2x. 2 times 1, that's 2. 3 times 2x, that's 6x. And 3 times negative 1, that's negative 3. And your denominator is still the same, the LCM of 3 and 2, which is 6. Now, we can simplify our numerator. So, once we simplified that, that's going to be 8x minus 1 all over 6. Now, the most important part here is finding the LCM of the denominator. So let's just have a quick recall of how to find the LCM of two expressions. Let's say, for example, the 700 and 840. To find the LCM of two expressions, we just need to multiply the prime factors with the higher power. The one with the higher power if there's a common prime factor. So in here, 2 squared and 2 cubed is a common prime factor. You will get the one with the higher power. 3 is not common since it is still a multiple, it's still part of the prime factors. We copy 3. 5 squared and 5, we copy the one with the higher power. 7 and 7, we only copy 1. Okay, so that's the LCM of 700 and 840. Now let's try if it is variables. If it is variables, you have 3x and x squared here. How are we going to find the LCM? 3x is basically 3 times the x. X squared is just the x squared. Therefore, if we try to find 3, and basically this one is just 1, LCM of 3 and 1, you have 3. LCM of x and x squared, the LCM is x squared. So if we find the LCM of 3x and x squared, that's just 3x squared. Another, if I have 4m squared n squared and 6m cubed n, to find the LCM, let's try to write this one into prime factor. Okay, in index notation. So prime factors in index notation, that's just 2 squared, m squared, n squared. For 6m cubed n, 6 can be written as 2 times 3, m cubed n. To get the LCM, again, get the one with the higher power, but get all the factors as well. So 2 squared and 2, get the one with the higher power, you'll get the 2 squared. 3, we will just bring it down. We have 3 here. M squared and m cubed will get the one with the higher power, m cubed, and n squared and n will get the n squared. So 2 squared times 3 will give you 12 m cubed n squared. So this is now your LCM if your denominators are 6m squared n squared and 4m squared n squared rather, and 6m cubed n. Now, for this case, if it is like this, as long as we can factorize them, let's factorize, okay? So 2a minus 6, the common factor is 2. We can write it as 2 times a minus 3. This one is a difference of 2 squares, so that's just a minus 3, a plus 3. Now, we get the factors with the higher power. So 2 is a factor, we'll get that. A minus 3 and a minus 3, we only get one of them, okay? We only copy once. Then a plus 3 is also a factor. So your LCM is 2 times a minus 3 times a plus 3. So that's the LCM of 2a minus 6 and a squared minus 9. Now, if you're going to express a certain sum of fractions as a simplest form, we have to find first the LCM of its denominators. 8k and k squared, the LCM is 8k squared. Therefore, that's my denominator. Then we do the same thing. 8k squared divided by 8k, that's just k, times 7, you have 7k. 8k squared divided by k squared, that's just 8 times 1, you have plus 8. And there you have the final answer. Another example, x over 6y minus y over 8x. So the LCM of 6 and 8 is 24. Then we just need to get the factors x and y. So the LCM is 24xy. Whatever the LCM, that's your denominator. Then let's do the same thing. 24xy divided by 6y, you will get 4x. Times x, you have 4x squared. 24xy divided by 8x, that's gonna be 3y. 3y times y, you have 3y squared. Since that is minus, we also have a minus here. And that's the final answer. Another example, 1 over 8a squared b minus 1 over 12ab cubed. The LCM of 8 and 12 is 24. A squared and a, the one with the higher power, is a squared. B and b cubed, the one with the higher power, is b cubed. So 8 and 12, LCM is 24. A squared and a, we get the one with the higher power. B and b cubed, same thing, the one with the higher power. Again, whatever your LCM, that's also your denominator. Then 24a squared b cubed divided by 8a squared b, you will get 3b squared. 24a squared b cubed divided by 12ab cubed, you're going to have negative 2a after multiplying with 1. Then you have the minus here because the operation here is subtraction. Okay, so now let's have a little bit more a different example. Let's say I have 4 over x plus 2 plus 5 over 7x minus 3. In cases like this, we cannot factorize anymore. Therefore, we just need to multiply these two denominators, and that's our LCM. And don't expand them, okay? Because maybe we can cancel something out. Let's try. So whatever your LCM, that's your denominator. X plus 2 times 7x minus 3 divided by this, you only have 7x minus 3 multiplied with 4. So you have 4 times 7x minus 3. Your denominator divided by 7x minus 3, the 7x minus 3 will be cancelled. You have the x plus 2 left with 5. So from that one, you can just expand and simplify. Again, whatever your LCM is, that's your denominator. Then denominator divided by the first denominator times the numerator, we have this. Denominator divided by the second denominator times your numerator, we have this. Then we expand. If we expand, we have, for the first one, we have 28x minus 12. The second one is going to be 5x plus 10. Then we can combine like terms. 28x plus 5x, you're going to have 33x. Negative 12 and 10, you're going to have negative 2. So you have the final answer here. Okay? Last example. Let's say for example this one. I have 6 over x squared minus 14x plus 49. And then we have to add it with 1 over x minus 7. The first thing that we have to do here is to check our denominator. Is our denominator factorable? If yes, let's factor it first. So the two numbers or the two factors that will give you 49, but when you add, it's negative 14 are negative 7 and negative 7. Again, two numbers that when you multiply, it's 49, but when you add, it's the negative 14, that's negative 7 and negative 7. Therefore, we can just write it as 6 over x minus 7 quantity squared. Plus, you still have the second fraction. Okay, again, this is just the same thing. The first fraction, we just factorized our denominator. So the denominator is x minus 7 quantity squared. Now, we have to find the LCM. Earlier, you remember that if we have 4 and 2 as the denominators, we get 4, right? Because that is the one with the higher power. We apply this here as well. So both of them is x minus 7, but the one with the higher power is this, so square. So that's our LCM. And if that is our LCM, that is also our denominator. So this denominator divided by the first denominator, that's just 1 times 6, you have 6. This denominator divided by the second denominator, we still have the x minus 7 times 1, that is just x minus 7. Then we simplify. We can combine the constants. 6 and negative 7, that will give you negative 1. Therefore, the final answer is x minus 1 all over x minus 7 quantity squared.